The years since we've been showing SureFit furniture covers here at QVC. If you have one, we'd love to hear from you on our storylines. They are open. Be a part of the show. Tell us which color you're getting and where you're going to put it in your home. But we have the full selection for you today. Although if you want the recliner, it is the most limited. So let me take you through our only SureFit Today special value of the year. No more are coming in just ahead of the holiday season or anything else. So if you've got pets or you've got grandkids or kids, or maybe you're just expecting some people later on in the year and you want to protect your furniture. My grandma used to have plastic on all of the furniture and it never came off. I guess that was a thing back in the 50s and 60s. You don't need to do that anymore. So here are the colors that we have for you. The sage green is gorgeous. It's like a light celery green. We also have the wine, a beautiful burgundy, a really fresh look for the holidays there as well. This is your chambray blue. We have gray. This is the sand. And then the most popular color choice today has been the chocolate. And let me get up and show you all of the different, pardon me, silhouettes that we have. So this is the chair silhouette. It's going to fit any number of chairs, from a larger wide chair like this to a fluffy overstuffed chair to a little skinny chair. It'll work because it's very adjustable. We also have it for you in the 3-passenger sofa size right here. We have it for you in the recliner size right here, which is our most popular, especially if you want this chocolate brown recliner. That is definitely the don't dilly-dally moment. We only have 150 of those to go around. And then our lovely Allie Carr behind me is on the love seat, 2-passenger size, and she's sitting on that beautiful celery green, which we're calling
I'm hogging
sage.
it tonight. Carolyn, can I just
here.
say too, a lot of people in the chat love the sage.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It is like a kind of a silvery celery green, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
sometimes
it's pretty.
sage you think of like an herbal color, but that's really a pretty light shade. All right, let's bring in our fabulous guest, Amy Scaglione, as we look at the value on our screen, which is tremendous. And don't forget you get 4 easy pays as well. Come on in here, Amy. How are you?
Hi, Carolyn. I'm good. Thanks so much for having me. It's so nice to see you, Ellen and Allie, and wrapping this up with you tonight. It's been such a wonderful day, and I hope we've given you the opportunity to protect and maybe rejuvenate some of your furniture out there.
Well, and it's the easiest way to do just that. And these are waterproof, so we'll demonstrate that for you later as well. So if there is a pee-pee accident or a spill accident or who knows what, sometimes, you know, people just jump on the sofa, and I'm talking mainly teenagers or maybe a husband or two with dirty shoes, and then the dirty stuff gets on the upholstery. So it doesn't necessarily even have to be a food thing. It could be, you know, maybe there's somebody spills ink or a marker or something from their coloring or drawing.
I had wax recently, Carolyn.
Yeah.
I had a candle. I like to burn candles. I have so many pretty candles.
Yeah.
A little bump, there was wax. If that's on a light colored upholstery, yeah, you kind of scrape it off. It's sort of never the same. So I find, yes, there are always a few dramatic spills, but really the longevity of this is about the everyday, day to day. That might be hair products. That might be self-tanner. That might be makeup. That might be coming in with mud and grubby as we get into fall and winter, slush and snow. You know, I think about the Midwest where I grew up. My dad would come in his recliner and, you know, you're a mess sometimes. And this is just a way to protect that investment. And I love that it's not complicated. Everything is so complicated these days. This is so easy. So it's going to cover most any furniture. It's waterproof. There's that miracle membrane that means it's going to hold it in place until you can get to washing it. And then it's easy care, Carolyn. And what I love also is that it's breathable. This isn't something heavy or plastic-like. It's a light layer that tucks in easily. That no-slip silicone backing is noted with a little pause, and that's going to help keep it in place. Storage pockets, those are going to happen on both sides of every piece of furniture that you have, depending on your choice. That Microban antimicrobial and odor reducer. What does that mean? That means whether it's the pets, the kids, no matter, it's going to help. And what causes that? I always say picking up a towel that you've washed again and again, and you go, oh, this just doesn't feel or smell so fresh anymore. That's what happens over time. And this is going to fight that bacteria. You're not going to know that it's happening, Carolyn. You're also not going to get any loud, crunchy sounds. You're not going to get anything uncomfortable. It's going to feel like a rose petal or a peach skin. And then on the inside, what we've done is we've protected it, and it's fused on the inside. You won't even see it. That's why when you do the demonstration with the spill, it's going to capture it in there.
Well, we've covered this ball jar with blue liquid inside with that miracle membrane that is hidden in the middle of your SureFit upholstery. So you don't know it's there, but this is what protects any moisture from getting through to your furniture. And here's a video of that membrane as well. So, I mean, it doesn't, as you said, it doesn't feel crinkly or puffy or like plasticky or any of that. You don't even know it's there, but when you spill something or something falls on the top of this fabric, it stays right there. It doesn't soak through. And so you're never going to have anything getting through onto the nice upholstery of your furniture. And so I'll just demonstrate here.
Great, thanks, Carolyn.
Some water, and you can see how it just beads up on there. I'll do it again. And this could be any kind of liquid. It just beads right up. And then you're just going to blot it. And even if you don't catch it right away, you don't have to worry about anything soaking through. If you needed to clean it with some sort of cleaner, or you wanted to put, you know, something else other than, you know, just blotting it off, you can see it is completely gone. And the dry, well, actually that ran off the edge, sorry. But where the water spilled in the middle, there's no wetness. I actually poured it over there onto the table. But again, you're not going to find anything soaking through onto your furniture, and it stays in place because of the little silicone paws on the back. And you know, I asked if we could bring our doggy friend out because I don't like telling my pets, constantly griping at my pets to get off the furniture and scolding them all the time. They want to sit up there where we are. And it's the same thing too with your kids or teenagers or even your husband. Don't you just not want to have to say, don't sit there, or take those shoes off, or, you know, don't sit, you've got muddy clothes, don't sit on the sofa.
And agreed, Carolyn, that's not my nature anyway. Right. I'm pretty laid back about that kind of thing. I want people to feel comfortable. Your house should feel like a home. I get it. Once we get a plate, we've vacuumed and we've cleaned and we have it the way that we want it. That's well and good, but we still have to live in our homes. And also, particularly the last year and a half, we're living in our homes more than ever, and you may notice that furniture that you have is getting a little bit more abuse than it maybe did before. And if you're trying to order furniture right now, I have definitely found very difficult delays. That's understandable. So maybe you're making that furniture that you already have a little bit longer lifespan. A way to do that is sprucing it up, some decorative pillows, a slip cover, and something that we didn't touch on that I find really helpful. I have some allergies, so I have a little allergy to cats. I love them, but I get too much cat dander or fur. I have a problem. So sometimes just a slip cover when someone's visiting that has allergies can be great. And the fur can also kind of lodge itself into fabric. So it can be little short-term solutions like that. It can be maybe post-surgery. When my mother had surgery, she was sitting up sleeping in a recliner for a while. Those pockets are at the ready for everything that you need. It's clean. It can go into the washer and into the dryer. Maybe it's a place where you nap temporarily. Or for me, this is a pull-out sofa that I'm sitting on, Carolyn. It has 2 cushions. And this is typically positioned over in a corner, kind of adjacent to my fireplace. But this is where my sons will hang out, play video games in this room, and or pull this out and sleep on it. I know it's getting wear and tear, but I still want it to have some longevity. So putting a slip cover on it is a great solution. So kids, pets, all of those, we go from toddlerhood, where the little ones are having accidents, all the way up through that whole lifespan. And I think that it grows with us. SureFit's a great solution. We wouldn't, you know, think of, when we sit down, Carolyn, think of it like this, whether it's a placemat or a tablecloth, right? We sit down to protect things. Our automobiles, we pull them into a garage, or we cover them in the winter. It's the same idea of keeping what you have in good condition.
That's right.
This is a simple, affordable way to do it.
And not in an obvious way. You know, again, it's not plastic covers. It's not throwing a sheet over it, or, you know, even a little folding up a little throw blanket in the corner for the cat to sit on, as if the cat would stay in that one spot anyway. So we have sold out of this particular choice, which is the recliner in the chocolate. Thank you, Alana. I'll hand that over to you. So I just want to take this opportunity to show you how easy it is to install these. So they're going to come in a nice package. The long piece right here, and you can take that tag off the back. We don't remove that for you. There's your tag. The long piece goes down the back of the furniture on any one of these silhouettes, because that's going to protect the back. If you have a cat that likes to come by and use it as a scratching post, you're not going to have all that shredded furniture anymore. So you just kind of find the seam, match the seam down here to the bottom, and then your arms are going to have a little tab right here, which you can just tuck in under the arm. And then don't forget, all of the exterior of the arms have pockets. So you have 2 pockets on not just one side, but both sides of your throw. Pardon me while I walk over here. We'll do the other side. Super easy. If I wasn't talking to you, I'd have this done already. So tuck that in, flip it over, and then just kind of give it a little zhuzh. Straighten it out a little bit. Now that is not going to go anywhere, because underneath, don't forget, are the silicone paw little pads there. So that keeps it nicely in place. And Amy, we've had people ask about leather. Is it going to slip and slide around on leather? And I find that no, those little silicone paws grab pretty well on leather, just like they do on upholstery.
I couldn't agree more. And in fact, I find that it grabs quite well. I moved over to what I have, and we call it in my house kind of that nobody wants to admit it's their favorite chair. It's a little beaten up. There is always that chair that everybody wants to sit in. That is this one. It's this mushy, squishy one in my house. But guess what? It's a faux leather. This doesn't flip around at all. Those help to grip. Also, keep in mind that we have those long fabric pieces that you showed so beautifully that tuck into the sides that aid in anchoring it. It stays in place beautifully. Also, our customers requested a longer drop on the back on all of the pieces, from recliner through sofa. So that also means when you're moving around, when the pets are up here, maybe the dog or cat, you're not going to have that interfered with. I also like it particularly, Carolyn, for the recliner, because the recliner means that when you're leaning back and that's coming up, you don't want your dirty feet or the pet, getting that area, right? That's going to be covered for you. So when that comes up and you recline, you'll have an extension of coverage there. Also, as it moves in the back, that's going to be covered. So you are covered top to bottom, no matter whether it's leather or fabric. It is going to fit differently depending on whether you have an antique or a narrow arm or a big rolled arm. It's going to fit differently. On mine, it's complete coverage because I have big, soft, wide arms, but it's more squat, tight chair. You might have little narrow arms where it's going to fit differently. But as long as the back, the arms, and the seat are covered, you're good to go.
So I brought a few pictures of my pets because, again, we've been using these for years, and I have lots of dogs and cats, and I don't like to scold them about getting on the furniture. So you can see this is one that, this is not the today's special value, this is one that's more of a corduroy, but it's a SureFit furniture throw. This is similar to the one we are offering today that my parents have at home. This is on their recliner in their TV room where their 2 cats like to sleep. Pets will love these because they're so soft. This is, again, in my family room. There's one of my cats, and then we also have one of my dogs on a different sofa. And you can see if you decorate this up with throw pillows and the throw blankets, it looks beautiful. It looks like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't look like you're trying to cover something up. So let me show you your choices, and then we're going to go to the phones. This is the sage. We also have the wine. The blue one is your chambray. Here's the gray, sand, and chocolate, which is now sold out in the recliner shape. And here are the shapes. So we have 2 different chair shapes. One is a chair and one is a recliner. They're both $46 or 4 payments of $11.50. Then we have the 2-passenger, which is a love seat. That is $66 or 4 payments of $16.50. And then the 3-passenger sofa is $76 rather than $100 at retail. And you're getting 4 easy payments of $19 there. The price is going up at midnight, which is not too far from now. So we've got a couple hours left on this price, and that's it. They are beautiful, durable, machine washable, use them over and over again, and very, very soft and pretty to sit on. So let's say hi to Francis, who's calling from Ohio. Good evening, Frances. How are you?
Hi, Carolyn. I'm doing great, honey. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling. So tell Amy and I and Allie, we're all listening, which one